So they have been saying that the Three-Eye Atlas is an alien UFO mothership, right? Well, guess what, fellas? Tonight we got a different kind of bull squash, and they are saying that Yellowstone is gonna be blowing the F up. We're gonna actually get to it. They're saying that animals are migrating without passports, without visas and all that. So let's actually get to it. You're gonna get some tonight. You do not have to subscribe. You do not have to like the video. I just advise you to put your puppers on a leash. Roll it.
Something is happening under Yellowstone. And I'm not talking about the usual geysers or hot springs. I'm talking about perfect holes forming overnight. Pools glowing blue where there was nothing the day before. And now the animals, bison, elk, wolves, they're leaving the park in numbers no one's ever seen. People are saying it's normal migration. Locals are reporting a low
Some are also saying that perhaps it's ice deporting them poor animals like
hum at night that makes their windows vibrate. And there are rumors, whispers, that what's moving beneath Yellowstone isn't magma. It's something older, something deeper. You think I'm exaggerating? You won't by the end of this. And if you still do, just check out the news. It started earlier this year when geologists confirmed a new hole forming in the Norris Geyser Basin. They called it a vent, about 13 feet across, appearing seemingly overnight. To the public, they said it was a normal hydrothermal event, superheated water and steam forcing its way to the surface. But satellite photos tell a stranger story. The hole wasn't jagged or uneven like most steam vents. Its edges were clean, almost perfectly circular, and the discoloration around it suggested a sudden, intense heat event that scorched the soil in concentric rings. Then a few weeks later, another anomaly appeared. This time it wasn't just a hole, but a pool. A luminous, pale blue thermal pool where there hadn't been one before. Again, the explanation was that a small, mildly explosive event had opened up a new surface feature. The pulses weren't strong enough to register as seismic activity, but they were consistent, like a heartbeat deep underground.
And you know what? Speaking of underground, heartbeat, this is one of those videos that is going around which actually fuels this conspiracy, and yeah, you're gonna get some, but right before let me show you this. Check
what
this.
exactly would happen to the entire world and the United States if the Yellowstone volcano erupted? Well,
this one is from the 2012 movie, right, that you saw. By the way, how many of you guys seen that 2012 movie? Brilliant movie, actually, but
because of the absurd amount of magma underneath the giant volcano, everything within this area would initially be covered in lava. A giant ash cloud would then cover the entire United States, before raining down across the landscape. This means that everything within this area would be covered with at least a couple feet of hot volcanic ash. This region, on the other hand, would have at least a couple inches of ash, with the regions beyond likely experiencing a bit of dusting here and there.
Basically,
now, it's not just the United States that will be severely affected by the blast. The entire world would also feel some.
It's gonna be globally, and apparently it's gonna, if it ever happens, eventually it's gonna happen. It's just that we don't know when it's gonna happen, or perhaps we know, but we're never gonna know till it actually happens, right? But it seems like that America, yo, why you guys want to be #1 in everything, man? Give this Yellowstone blow up to another country, man, or something like that. But you know, why America gotta be #1 in everything, bro?
Some of the effects. This is because the volcano would also eject an absurd amount of sulfur aerosol. This would cause a lot of sunlight to reflect back into space, enough to the point where the entire Earth would cool by at least 10 degrees for at least 10 years.
Dang.
What exactly?
That's insane. And let me show you guys this. And before I forget, let me just real quick though, shout out to the homie Matt. Shout out to the homie Matt. Steven, appreciate it. Matt, thank you guys so much for all the love, and thank you guys so much for supporting the channel the way you do. Appreciate it. Now let me show you this, okay? Yeah, let's get to the content here, boo-boo. Shout out to the homie James and this gentleman by the name of Debbie Day 16. That's literally the username, man. Roll it. Debbie Day 16. Scary moment. Something is under this ground.
There's something under the ground.
He did a few videos on it. He even dug all over his backyard. He found nothing.
Look here.
I feel like we're getting
rock,
closer.
but listen to this.
Holy.
And then on July 19th, this guy over here, Zach Graham, starts hearing very similar sounds and vibrations in his back.
I got a video coming out very soon, and in that one we're gonna talk about the Greada Treaty. We're also gonna talk about underground tunnels. and we're gonna talk about underground tunnels, okay? And yeah, this conspiracy, the underground tunnels, the underground cities, has been linked with the gray aliens, with the Greada Treaty, right? And there was one of, yeah, I guess I'm giving away too much here. I'll have that video out for you guys very soon.
Backyard, but this time pretty close to Yellowstone Park.
So something is happening.
Things were so intense that you could actually see the ground shaking.
Another spot.
So this is really weird, and he's got these bunch of videos, this mysterious and bizarre phenomenon happening all over Yellowstone Park. We're going to be taking a look at them in just a few minutes, but I start digging around, and I find out that things are way stranger than I initially thought. The earthquake in Russia that just happened a few days ago.
Overnight, a massive earthquake off the coast of Russia, triggering tsunami warnings across the Pacific Rim.
8.8. So that was 340 kilometers away from the epicenter, which is, and they felt it. Ooh.
Those are tsunami waves.
Yeah, my goodness. That's, yeah.
Wow.
The ocean tide reversal that's happening for the first time.
Hey, so just in case nobody told you, there apparently has been a significant reversal in ocean current in the southern hemisphere of this planet.
Ocean tides reversal?
The implications are absolutely terrifying.
The possible alien threat.
Yeah.
Estoy viendo. ¿Qué cojones es
Mama, call the policia right now!
eso?
Get the camera too!
Mira, 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 mira.
Yeah, mira.
Mira a mí.
¿Qué pasa? Call the policia!
Nos están invadiendo extraterrestres. Díquela.
Oh crap, there's another one.
Object that's hurtling towards Earth.
Now, this is something that we talked about in the last video as well, and in the last video, when I say last video, I mean part of the series, right? Like the UFOs and alien stuff and conspiracy stuff. Now, in the last video, which I will surely link you in the pinned comment and by the end of it, and wait for that, and wait for what's coming, the craziest part is not this, but there was a mom, actual mom, okay, yeah, jokes aside, like, mama get the policia, mom get the camera, okay, jokes aside though, apparently ends up capturing an alien-looking creature, and yeah, NBC, apparently the real news channel also covered it. I'll link you that if you missed it, but...
At like 130,000 miles an hour.
No, that might solve all our problems.
This that's hurtling towards Earth at like 130,000 miles an hour.
No, that might solve all our problems.
This guy, Avi Loeb, he's a professor at Harvard.
Professor Avi Loeb and his team say the interstellar object is on an extremely unusual course.
There's a theory.
You know what? This reminds me of Randall, the scientist from Don't Look Up. Yeah, what if he was right? I mean, he was right in the movie, like, duh, but...
All these things are possibly connected. Digging deeper into this rabbit hole, I found out there's something possibly massive going on under the Earth and in space. So let's start with the big...
Holy F.
Something possibly...
UFOs are using 660 orbital tracks around Earth. Trillions of tiny objects were found on the ground. An artificial structure above Earth. Are we inside a Mobius field? Question
massive going on.
US tracking more than 650 potential UFOs, official says. You gotta be flipping my flapjacks, and this was back in 2023. Say psych, Holmes.
Under the Earth and in space. So let's start with the basic, and that would be Zach's videos. On July 16th, something weird happened in Yellowstone Park. We're gonna get to that in a few minutes. Then on July 19th, Zach uploaded this video.
Okay, is it going to explode? I hope it doesn't explode. Pause.
Pretty weird, isn't it? Next day, he uploads another video.
This is scary. What in the world is going on? And he's nearby, right? Man.
I mean, the impression I get from this video is that the ground is shaking. And maybe it is, but why?
Another spot. This one is more intense. Yeah, we see the bottle also.
Things were actually pretty intense. It was like Zach was recording the ground cracking open right in front of his house.
The saga continues. 5th location. Oh, Oh man, I wouldn't be. I don't think anybody would be comfortable standing here. Yeah, you know, there's like a crack. What is going on under the ground near Yellowstone? Turn volume up.
After posting all these videos, people started coming up with different theories. Maybe it's the rich making tunnels underground. Lava tunnels, heard the same in Hawaii. Someone says earthquakes. This guy says a pipe borer or it's a tunnel borer. Sounds like machines, maybe they're digging new tunnels. But then Zach replied this. Neighbors called 811 and they verified no active jobs near us. It's in the middle of a private large farm. So if it's not a tunnel, if it's not something digging underground, then what is it?
I'm gonna have a video on like the underground tunnels very soon, like I said. Perhaps it's linked with that, or perhaps this is completely separate.
Alright, so found this on July 17th. Home of super volcano, and nature is giving a warning sign.
Look what's happening in Yellowstone right now. This was recorded by a tour guide that has been there for over 6 seasons and has never seen anything like this before. Now, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Yellowstone is home to a super volcano.
It's actually huge, isn't it? Alright, so it's pretty big.
The past week or so, flocks and flocks of animals have been leaving Yellowstone Park.
Is this actually happening?
Nature always gives warning signs.
Yeah.
And this is a warning sign. If you live in or around Yellowstone,
yeah, right, when animals start leaving, it's serious, but apparently they're saying that, and yeah, gotta be honest with you guys, they're saying that it's pretty normal, and it may very well be pretty normal stuff, right? It may not, or it might be just ice deporting them aliens, or these alien animals, right? Perhaps it's just ice, but jokes aside though, right? For decades now, right? For years and years and years, right? People have been saying, Yellowstone is gonna blow up, and it never does. And it's good that it never does, and hopefully it's not gonna. But eventually it's gonna, right? I guess it's one of those things, like, we all know that it's gonna blow up, but we just don't know when, and we're delaying it for obvious reasons, for good reasons. So yeah, let's hope that it doesn't blow up, man. But if it doesn't blow up now as in now, like, you know, in the next few weeks, months, years, perhaps decades, eventually it's gonna blow up. I wonder, like, what are scientists saying? Let me Google, like, what's the ETA like, right? When do we think it's gonna blow up? Let me see.
I would heed nature's warning. Please.
Let me take a look at this. No, animals are not leaving Yellowstone Park. Online sources are saying that animals are fleeing the park. This isn't the first time such claims have been made, and just like before, they aren't true. So animals fleeing Yellowstone, possibly not true, but still very weird how we have Zach and Derek 6 months apart hearing and feeling the same thing. And in January this year, Yellowstone volcanic activity was on the move. So this is one of the reasons that a lot of people started paying attention to Yellowstone. But if it's not something digging underground, Derek's and Zach's backyard, then what is going on here?
Yeah, check this out. So apparently, according to ChatGPT, right, when do scientists believe Yellowstone will erupt? Scientists do not believe Yellowstone is likely to erupt anytime soon. Okay, that's good. There is no sign of an imminent eruption. Debatable based on what we're seeing. The last major eruption was about 640,000 years ago. Before that, eruptions occurred about 1.3 million and 2.1 million years ago. So the average is about 700,000 years. So the last major was 640, but volcanoes don't follow precise schedules. So, but in conclusion, no idea. It is overdue, and that is a myth, according to ChatGPT, according to Uncle ChatGPT. But let's continue.
Here. So I decided to map the vibrations, and this is what I get. Almost a straight line to the earthquake that happened yesterday in Russia. First vibration happened in Kentucky, and then one in Wyoming just recently, and then a straight line, almost a straight line to the earthquake in Russia. Now this could be a coincidence, and it possibly is. But what if it's not? What if this earthquake is more than just an earthquake?
You're not going to believe this, but in 1999, a Japanese woman named Ryo Tatsuki published a book saying that a major was going to happen in Japan, and guess what? It happened. That year, Japan experienced one of its worst earthquakes ever. But here's the scary part. Now she's predicting this summer, July 2025, the ocean floor between the Philippines and Japan is going to erupt, causing a tsunami 3 times worse than 2011.
So back in March this year, All-Star Steven posted this video explaining.
Okay, right now, by the time I'm filming this and by the time it comes out, it's August the 1st, right? I guess? Yeah, tsunami did happen though. That's crazy. But, in a way, like, the prediction was kind of right though. Oh my god.
How Ryo Tatsuki predicted this earthquake before. But apparently she wasn't the only one. And people who predicted this earthquake talked about other things, not just earthquakes.
Oh, aliens? Aliens! Mama, call the policia right now! Call the... Oh, what the hell?
UFO.
Oh my god, bro. Yo, let me take a screenshot. Let me pause that. Yo, this looks like a plane engine, right? When it's not like hooded up, if you catch my drift. Bruh. If you see what I'm saying. Huge UFO in Poland during a lightning storm. Hashtag UFO, hashtag alien, hashtag UFO sky.
This is not AI.
Got it, Casey. Knowing guy. Yeah, them aliens are here. Hide your poppers, guys. They are here.
Several people supposedly predicted the earthquake, but in some of these predictions, things got pretty weird. Like this post made to Reddit 23 hours ago. Dave Dude says, okay, this guy caught my attention. So he's talking about Colin Vickers, who wrote, guys, I can give you a message directly from our observers. They are coming back. And then he goes on to explain why the alien observers are coming back. He says it's got something to do with control and greed, and he explains how we will see the start of this process from now on. Then he leaves another comment, and he says, watch for a major EQ in Japan. This will be the first sign. A few hours later, I guess 1 day later, it happened. The EQ very close to Japan happened. So it was predicted by several people, and this guy, Colin Vickers, is talking about an alien observer or alien observers that are supposedly coming back. And it sounds complete rubbish, right?
Uh-oh. I did not
hear about an object that's
oh my god. And recently, yeah, that's the thing though. That's the thing, man. Not George Knapp. Jeremy Corbell. Yes, Jeremy Corbell. Almost a couple of months ago, right? Did say that 2027 is when the UFO mothership is gonna come. That's what he has heard, but apparently it's gonna be fake. It's gonna be that false alien flag, aka the Project Blue Balls. Probably not gonna be Blue Beam completely, but you know, that's what he said. And there was another one of those CIA, ex-CIA, I guess you can never be ex-CIA. But yeah, one of the CIA agent also, I don't know his name, but he also claimed the same thing as Jeremy Corbell. And there have been like other whistleblowers also saying 2027. I believe even Ross Coulthard said that, but he also elaborated by saying that he doesn't know what it means and he just heard 2027, but he doesn't know much more than that, right? But with New York Post, we're hearing November of this year, and also we're hearing 2027. So which one is it, right?
Hurtling towards Earth at like 130,000 miles an hour.
No, that might solve all our problems.
What?
Intergalactic object that's hurt. This guy Avi Loeb. He's a professor at Harvard that believes it might be an alien probe.
Wait,
and there's a video going around. I haven't seen it fully, but I saw it in passing. There's another guy that debunks Avi Loeb. Hopefully I'm not butchering his name, Avi Loeb, right? So yeah, he's a real scientist, but some believe him and some don't believe him at all. So I guess you don't want to dismiss it, but you also don't want to believe it fully, right? You know?
We had Oumuamua, now we have 31 Atlas. What's going on here? Let's take a look at this. There's going to be a change. I know the aliens are coming. What?
Looking at a really, really big move, you know. I want to really take over Disney. You feel me? I want us, because I know there's going to be a shift. I know there's going to be a change. I know the aliens coming.
What?
You know, it's really difficult even to see a spacecraft that is tens of kilometers in size.
This is Avilo, by the way.
It's impossible to see it when it's at a distance larger than...
Okay, so this is AV-Loeb.
Separation.
Okay.
It doesn't reflect much sunlight.
Professor, we have about a minute left. I wanted to ask you real quick if you could maybe offer a recommendation. If we see this object, we're getting closer to it, what should be the first communications that human beings should have with this object if it is another intelligence?
What?
You know, my recommendation to people who go on a blind date is first you need to listen. Don't speak, just listen to the other side. And that's the approach we should take.
So I'm not sure if I buy into the alien objects coming to Earth. It could be a preparation for a fake alien invasion like some believe.
Right.
It could also be the real deal, and maybe explains why we're seeing so many of these objects on Earth already.
Oh, this is a crazy one indeed. We may have to cover this in like an actual UFO video too someday.
So searching for UFO sightings the same week of the vibrations and tremors, I found this. Coming in from Dees226.2, and he basically created this account just to upload this video, so I'm guessing this is possibly the real deal.
Or AI, you never know, but it does look legit. It does look legit, but at the same time, I never seen a UFO sighting like this. Have you guys ever seen something like that with your own eyes, or a video like this before? Put it in the comments. Because this is bananas.
What's a balloon, maybe?
No, it doesn't look like a balloon
there's
at all.
videos like this one. 4 days ago by Casey Cotton. This was in California. Check this out.
Yeah, a couple of lights in the sky.
This is not AI. In case anybody's wondering.
Call the police,
Yep,
mama.
doesn't look like it.
Right. And this was the video that I was talking about earlier. Check it out and I'll see you right there, because they caught an alien on camera, and there's an official news video on it too. Check it out and I'll see you there.